funny story. Mark Melton, I met Tony at a lunch about 10 years ago that Mark introduced me to. And then Tony introduced me to a breakfast, and that's where I met Miguel Solis. So all roads run through Tony and then eventually intersect back here. So I get to tell you all tonight a little bit about the story of the Dallas Eviction Advocacy Center. And I want to start that with the Pledge of Allegiance, because that's something that we all have. Our kids, we all grew up saying that at the beginning of each day in school. And that ends with, and justice for all. And I have to tell you that when it comes to residential evictions in Dallas County, that's the business of using the law to throw people out of their houses, that justice for all is a lie. When you have 2% of residents that go in front of the court and are successful in staying in their homes, justice for all is a lie. When you have courts that are willing to ignore that the people who are trying to throw those people out have not met their burden and just let it happen anyhow, justice for all is a lie. And when you have folks who are new residents this week at Austin Street Shelter because they couldn't get the same due process that the folks here at the Statler Hilton could get, justice for all is a lie. But it doesn't have to be. And that's what the Dallas Eviction Advocacy Center has been showing us in the last 2+ years since they've been doing their work. Thousands and thousands of residents, neighbors, brothers and sisters of ours in this human family have gotten to stay in their homes because of the work that this organization is doing.
You are so bad.
Instead of a 2% win rate, when Dallas Eviction Advocacy Center steps in, they have a 97% win rate. Those are single mothers, disabled elderly, good people. They get to stay in their homes because of these good people that are about to come up here. You know, I've known Mark a long time. He's my best friend. And I hear people, say all the time, he's amazing, he's brilliant. The thing they always say is, how does he do it? How does he get all of this done? How is he a successful lawyer? He's been a professor. He's so involved in the community, and he runs this nonprofit. How does he have 3 days worth of time every day? And I can tell you that the answer is he doesn't. He has a partner in Lauren Melton who is just as brilliant and compassionate and driven as he is. And they work side by side. And I've watched them push themselves past the breaking point, mentally and physically, for over 2 years to do this work. And it's been amazing. And they have a team of people now that work with them that are just as driven, and just as compassionate, and just as brilliant. And it's just amazing work that they do. And so when I think of these two, I think of them like one candle that's burning at both ends, and it's giving us this beautiful gift of a flame of hope for justice for all. And so with that, it's my honor and my privilege to introduce Mark Melton and Lauren Melton.
was nice. I like that. Well, thanks for having us tonight. This was a bit of a surprise. We didn't know this was coming until just a few days ago, but we're honored to be here. A lot of people ask me, why do you guys do this? I mean, I'm a partner in a big international law firm. I still work full-time there. And the reason is, when this started, I had not done a residential eviction, except for one, prior to March of 2020. I knew nothing about it. I'm a transactional lawyer, not a litigator. But as I began to post things on Facebook, it was that one fateful Facebook post that led to all of this, that people shared time and time again, and before I knew it, thousands of people in the community were calling and emailing and messaging me. And after working 18 hours a day for the first week, just trying to research what the answers to the questions were, because I knew absolutely nothing about eviction law, I asked for some help. The members of the Dallas Bar Association came to aid. In the first year, we had over 250 lawyers volunteer for this program, and we helped over 6,500 tenants understand their rights and stay in their homes. Forever, we've had a society where those that have power, and they have influence, and they have a voice, and they can pick up their cell phone and call those who make the rules. They can send their lawyer to court to defend their rights. But the people don't. No one is down there advocating for them, at least not with the same level of power and influence. And we've seen that in our work with evictions. I thought this was going to be a 60-day project. COVID will end soon. It'll all be over. She's laughing because it's true. Here we are 2 years later. After 12 months of this, we started a nonprofit called the Dallas Eviction Advocacy Center to formalize this, because we figured out after 250 lawyers were burned out by the emotional turmoil that comes with dealing with people having the worst day of their life every single day, we needed full-time staff lawyers. So we asked several of you to help us, and you did. And we hired 2 lawyers last year. We litigated between the 3 of us and a couple of handful of volunteers 853 eviction cases in Dallas County last year. And we won 96% of them. We also drafted an ordinance for the city of Dallas that gave people more time, and we pushed it through the council. And it passed unanimously. And it saved thousands and thousands of our neighbors here in Dallas from becoming homeless. Well, there was a huge pile of federal money sitting right across the street ready to bail them out. That made no sense to me, and so we pushed that through, and we're still pushing new changes through the city councils of all of the cities in the North Texas area, in Austin. We're taking a policy approach to this where we want to actually solve this problem at scale. We're going to have a lawyer by the end of the year in every single eviction court in Dallas County every single day. And our lawyers are trained to be mercenaries. I want the poorest tenant that we represent to have the same level of competent lawyers that my billionaire clients get when they hire me to do their tax structure. So we're already starting to see the results of this work. We're not here to triage an eviction here or there. We're here to change the entire system, and it's already working. You're going to see some sea changes in the way that the whole eviction community operates in Dallas County, and once we prove this concept next year, we're going to pick it up and drop it in every major city in America. And the board will get their day in the court like they should. So with that, Tony told me to be brief. I never listen to Tony. But I do want to say one more thing, Tony. You know, we tried to start a nonprofit, right? But it takes time in a pandemic to get a 501c3 status, which we've applied for, should be done anytime. When we were out raising money from foundations, because it costs a lot of money to hire 15 lawyers and all the staff to deal with them, they said, we got to wait until you get your 501c3 status. Tony Flay over here said, this is not a problem. We will be your fiscal agent. We'll sponsor your organization until that comes through. And we could not have done any of this without that. She likes to. This is actually the first time she's ever stood on stage with me for something like this. She usually refuses. So we're making steps forward here. So I told her I wouldn't make her talk, but she is at least up there. So thank you guys very much. This is very nice.